Alright, so before we start this video, I got bad news. Yesterday, when we were filming part 3 of the driving tutorial, the GoPro fell off the back of the camera car. So we lost every single outside view we had. We lost it in Pinot Valley, like right by the Chevron. So if you found a GoPro or you know someone that found a GoPro, it was with the suction cup and all that stuff, let me know. I'll give you a couple $100 for it because I need that footage. This video will only be POV from the head cam, but next one, I'll get some outside views for you. I just gotta go buy more GoPros. This is part 3. Yeah, stay tuned for part 4. In part 4, I'll make sure there's a bunch of outside views. So enjoy the video, guys.
Well, Dick, here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. Well, I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence. Thank you. And nobody can hang with my stuff. Just a big, hairy American winning machine. If you ain't first, you're last. You know what I'm talking about?
Hello, I'm Jensen. What's going on, everybody? So this is part 3 of the driving tutorial. Today we're gonna learn how to exit. So after you do donuts or figure eights or whatever, we're gonna teach you how to leave the area. You feel me? Leave the scene. We'll call it like that. But so yeah, we're gonna go over everything there is to know. So stay tuned. If you haven't seen part 1 and part 2, part 1 was how to do donuts. Part 2 was how to do figure eights. So this is part 3. It's gonna get a little more technical, but it's also gonna be a little more fun. So stay tuned. Okay, so notice here the complete throttle control. So I'm not just flooring the gas, I'm giving it gas to keep the tires spinning and keeping the RPMs up, but I'm not like fully flooring it, so it's not like banging rev limiter or anything like that. So when you exit your donuts, you're gonna want to let off for a brief second just before transition, and you want to get back on it immediately. So that brief second in between going from right to left or the opposite from left to right, you want to take your foot off the gas for a brief second just to see where the car is going to end up when you transition, so you will be able to know if you need to give it more gas, if you need to use left foot braking, or if you need to continue to let off the gas. You can tell all of that by letting off the gas for just a second. I would stand outside, but it's really windy out here. So the first thing you want to do when you're leaving anything, look where you want to go. That's one of the most important things, is you want to look where you want to go, because if you're looking to the side or looking somewhere else, looking at a pothole, you're going to go towards the direction that you're looking. So you want to point your front wheels in the direction you want to go. So if your car starts to go left, you want to start to turn the wheel left. If your car starts to go to the right, you want to turn it to the right. And the more sideways, the more exaggerated counter steer. A lot of people make the mistake of over counter steering or not counter steering fast enough. So the slide starts, and then when they get too sideways, they start to counter steer. That'll cause you to either spin out or not be able to catch the slide fast enough. So you want to be able to catch the slide no matter which direction you're going. And you can see that in the video. When I start to turn, I'm pointing the front wheels in the direction that I want to go. So pay attention to that. And then, so for like in part 1 and part 2, that was either first or second gear. This, I click up to third, and you can see my hand drop down and shift into third. It's really fast, so it's hard to see, but I'll show in the video. I'll start in second, do the donuts or do the figure eights, do whatever, and then as I'm leaving, I'll click third so I can go faster, more smoke. You can just slide for a longer time. Sometimes I'll even click up to fourth gear so I can go even longer. But it really depends on the space, how fast you want to go, how comfortable you are, and a lot of it is just practice. Practice, practice, practice. A lot of seat time, just being behind the wheel, getting comfortable with the car. That'll help you tremendously. That's the most tutorial I can give you. But yeah, we'll do a couple more and try to explain a few more things. So stay tuned. So when you're leaving your donuts or your figure eights, it really depends how fast you want to go or what your space is. You can use left foot braking to slow down the slide. You don't necessarily have to shift up gears. You can stay in second. You know, if you need to, shift up to third, and can always shift down back to second. The turn gets a little tighter or the space gets tighter, whatever happens. You can always shift up or shift down. Depends on the RPMs. You want to keep the wheel spinning at all times and keep the RPMs up. So whatever gear is best in that situation, that's what you want to be in. I'm usually in second or third. So that's the end of this video. Thanks everyone for the support, all the likes, all the views, all that stuff. I appreciate it. Stay tuned for part 4. In part 4, I'm gonna teach you guys the introduction to drifting. It's gonna be a lot of stuff to go over, but we've went over a lot of stuff so far. So hopefully you watch part 1, 2, and this video part 3. So you got all the little tricks and tips. So you'll be ready for part 4, the introduction to drifting. So stay tuned for that. It'll be coming out this week. At the end of this month, the kitty's getting a color change. It's gonna look like a completely different car. Stay tuned for that. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, share, thumbs up, like, hit the bell, all that stuff. Support me so I can support y'all, upload way more videos, and so I can buy more GoPros, because apparently they like to disappear on me.